Good morning. Welcome to the session.
Good morning, Rajni. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. How about you?
I'm doing really well. And first of all, thank you so much for providing me this opportunity to talk with you. And I'm really thrilled today to have been talking to you. I've
You're
been,
welcome.
following the channel for a long time now, and
Uh-huh.
you're really very inspiring. I've seen your previous videos too, and the improvement you have made till now, it's really remarkable, I would say. And I'm
Thank you
really
so
getting a lot of
much.
inspiration.
Thank you so much. Even it's my pleasure that I got the opportunity to talk to you today. And thank you so much for sending me an email and for connecting to me and praising me. It is kind of a fuel that works for me to work hard every day and practice every day. So thank you so much. Okay, how was your morning?
My mornings are usually hectic, and since the time I wake up every day,
Mm-hmm.
then I have to run to the kitchen and then run to dress up my kids for school,
Mm-hmm.
and like everything very hectic. It is really very tiresome. The mornings are always tiresome for me.
Yeah, I think every housewife feels that and can
Hmm.
resonate with it. Yes. Okay. So since we are meeting for the very first time, first I would definitely love to know about yourself.
Sure. My name is Sunita Rawat, and I come from a beautiful district, Chamoli Gadwal. It is in
Mm-hmm.
Uttarakhand. I am
Mm-hmm.
a full time homemaker and a mother to two wonderful kids. Other than that, I hold an MBA degree too, and I am an aspiring English language trainer.
Oh.
And my hobbies are to engage with English conversation with people,
Mm-hmm.
and to teach is my hobby, to impart knowledge, whatever I have gained till now. So
Wow,
that's a
that's
bit.
that's great. So I'm really curious to know from MBA to teaching English, how the
Mhm.
shift and what is the reason behind it.
Yes, so the reasons are like very obvious because I have become mother now, and that too of two kids, and they both
Okay.
are under 5 years of age. So now
Mm-hmm.
my situation is like this that I cannot do 9 to 5 job. I have that time I have opted for MBA because I wanted to work in MNCs and I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to do that 9 to 5 jobs and all. But now my situation is not allowing me to do 9 to 5 jobs,
Mm-hmm.
and now it was the time that I had to think, what can I do while keeping all these things, like while managing my family and nurturing my kids. Along with that, what else I can do for myself? So I thought this is the right thing that I can do. Like I can pursue my career in English language training or communication skills,
Mm.
because it give me a little flexibility that I can do with
Yes.
my house chores and everything, and I
Mm-hmm.
can do this from the comfort of my own home as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I've decided that soon I'm going to start my very first batch, and I've decided that after completing my all the house chores at night, I'll be starting from 9 to 9:45. So that will
Okay.
be a nice time for me because my kids
Hmm.
can go with my husband or my in-laws. They
Hmm.
can look after them, and I can
Mm-hmm.
totally conduct my classes.
Yes, yes,
So
you can
this
totally
way is
indulge
my
in that.
plan.
Absolutely. So, will you conduct the group sessions or solo, like one on one? So, it is a batch, so maybe it
Uh,
is kind of a group session, right?
it is a group session and it is for complete beginners.
Complete beginners. That's
I
great.
thought to start with beginners only
Mm-hmm.
and gain some confidence in teaching. Later
Yeah.
on, we can move to intermediate as well.
I think you are capable enough already because the skills required for teaching, I think already are in you, which mostly it's like the language is a different thing that you are very good at this or communication skills, but the nature, the way of guiding them, the way of understanding, the way of spreading the positive attitude, positive vibes, and then fostering the students to learn, this is again, I guess, very essential that
Mhm.
teachers should have. And I think I can see that
Mhm.
in you. You are very calm and composed while speaking, so maybe students will feel comfortable, which is the foremost thing for student. If we talk about beginners, they have a lot of fear already, right? So if they are
Right,
feeling
right.
comfortable with you, then it's like easier for the teacher to proceed with these teachings. Yeah, so I
Right,
think you
right,
are
right.
capable enough already. Okay, so
Thank you so
I
much.
think in this case, like, you were there working, and from there you got these skills. So if I
Mhm.
understand it more properly, like, after having two kids, and if somebody women want to proceed her career life, then it's like necessary thing to have any kind of any sort of skills, right? Only then they can pursue. Otherwise, like, if you were not capable enough to teach English or not good at communication skills, so then it would be
Mhm.
little really challenging for you, and it can leads to anxiety, depression, that what should I do next,
Right, right.
right? So
Mhm.
that is why I guess it is becoming even more imperative to learn this language. Even along with the language, we need to learn different skills too, right? Do you
Exactly.
really agree with it, like, because of that you are now capable enough? And then you talked about the flexibility too.
Right, right. So I'm quite skeptical about it because I think that everybody has some or the other skill. If not
Mm,
communication, like for example, I would say if somebody is good at crafting, somebody is good at cooking. So
mm-hmm.
whatever qualities they already have in them, and if they don't get much time because of the family and because of the responsibility, they can work upon something that they already have, and they can improve. They can work on improving those things and
Mm-hmm.
work in that particular domain only. Like there are many YouTube channels that teach us cooking, and they help us in
Mm,
cooking. They help us in crafting, like crochet, knitting, and everything. So everything, everybody has some or the other skill. I would say they should improve on that. That will not take much time,
mm-hmm.
and like you don't have to work on that for long. So that can be gained in a faster manner, I would say. And
Mm-hmm.
definitely that will give them some self confidence, and that will make them independent as well.
Independent,
And they
yes.
could gain some respect from around the people as well. If you're not doing anything, you are totally juggling between your family and kids, then you might end up with that underconfident person, and the people around you might not be respecting you that much
Mm-hmm.
because you're not doing anything that
Mm-hmm.
respectable. Because the job of housewives is not considered as that respectable
Yeah.
to many, I would say. So you
Yes.
have to gain that respect, and you have
Mm-hmm.
to work on yourself a little bit more, I would say.
Absolutely. And moreover, the
Mm.
social media is now a boon. So it's not difficult now to first attain or acquire any skill. Like, if you don't have any,
Mhm.
still you can just,
Mhm.
squeeze some time out of your busy schedule, and then you can, spend in the quality content where you can learn something, like whatever interests you. You can just pick that and you can just learn. And through social media itself, now you can grow, like, on any
Mhm.
platform, whether it is Instagram, YouTube. There are different platforms available now. So this is kind of a boon if somebody wants to grow or wants to, make their career in any field. Yeah, I think I
Mhm.
forgot to introduce myself. We just started, discussing about your journey. Okay. So as you know,
Mhm.
my name is Rajni Verma. I'm from Shri Ganganagar, Rajasthan, which is located on the border of Punjab. And I have done my graduation in Korean language from JNU New Delhi. If I talk about my hobbies, I love reading books and talking to people. Nowadays, I enjoy even writing too. I have started writing practices with co learners. And the best part
Mhm.
is that this time, for this month, we are 9 people in the group, and all are female. So only two of us are unmarried, like I and Sonia,
Mhm.
like Sonia and I,
Mhm.
and other are housewives or working professionals. So all are women. So
Mhm.
I feel so proud about it, about the community I have. And I think people feel, these housewives and women feel so comfortable with me, which gives me the
Mhm.
confidence. So this is what I enjoy nowadays. Yeah.
Great, great. And I want to ask one question. Like, mostly people are reluctant to writing. Like, if I talk about myself also, I'm not very keen to
Mm,
write, and I
mm,
have to, whenever I want to write something, I have to force myself a lot that write something, and you need to improve on writing. But
uh-huh.
it is not coming from inside. Like, some part of me want that writing should not be there. and we
Uh-huh.
can do with other aspects of
Mhm.
learning this English language. So how do you motivate people for writing?
See, I can totally resonate with it. It was happening with me too. Like, I started
Mhm.
writing first. I used to write about my days and the things I want to do, and acknowledgements that I have, what I have done in my past life, what are the things that made me more miserable, and then what are the things that, pushed me again, encouraged me, and helped me to come out of my comfort zone or learn the skills, all the things. And like, there are a lot of teachers like Nimisha Bansal ma'am, and then Priyanka Chopra. Like, she's not teacher, she's an actress. So I follow them,
Mhm.
and I just understood them a lot, how they worked,
Mhm.
how their mindset works. And then these are the things I started writing. Okay, so but after a certain period of time, I was not able to, be consistent with the writing practice. And I feel somewhere
Mhm.
that writing is the, I think, process which helps you to incorporate, the nice, I guess, advanced structure, and you are capable. You learn how to use proper the advanced words in a proper manner. So, and at
Mhm.
the same time, what happens when we learn new words? We are not capable, or we are not able to use those words while speaking without using them in the written form in many sentences first. So I was feeling that. So I thought to just whatever I'm learning, I should first write down the sentences or write down some stories or something where I can use those words so they can get registered in my mind and I can use while speaking too. That was the thought, but I was
Mhm.
not able to. After 1 month, I quit. Later, I just a thought one day I was like lying down on my bed, and I was thinking about it, how to just encourage myself to write every day. Then a thought came to my mind that start with people, like how you started learning English. That's what my mind
Mhm.
suggested. You started learning with people, you started interacting with people, and that helped you a lot in speaking, right?
Mhm.
Just try same, try doing the same, like ask people to join you and start writing, and this is
Mhm.
actually helping me a lot, a lot. So last month I announced that I'm going to start this writing practice sessions, when we I'll just keep only 8 people in that, and successfully we completed 1 month, and now it is second month, and I can see some evident, improvements, changes in my writing skills. So now it is not difficult, because when we write together, like we share topic in the chat box, then we start writing for 20 to 25 minutes we take to write down our thoughts. And that is really already gives motivation, because after 25 minutes we share, like whatever we all write, we just read. So everybody gets the other's perception, gets the new words, idioms, how they have used, how they have penned down. Also, I think that inspires, that motivates us to, join every session and write again. So thrice a week we are doing, and I'm satisfied with it.
Great, great. I totally agree with it that when we do some work in a group, then we get that collaborative motivation, and
Yeah.
we get that encouragement because everyone is writing, and we have that kind of environment. But when we are
Hmm.
sitting alone for writing, then we might get distracted and everything. But
Hmm.
a group is a better way to enforce this writing thing in your daily schedule, I would say.
Yes, yes. And you don't feel
Totally.
pressurized here in I think the sessions I conduct, because like in the first session some people were already new, like only one person, one or two are the old one who joined me in the last month, and all are new. So two people only were observing one day, and they are very friendly with me. So they said, ma'am, in the first session we just want to listen to others, we just want to see how it
Mhm.
works and all. So they just
Mhm.
observed. So from there, your
Mhm.
critical thinking improves. You start observing people without taking any classes, without joining anyone. You gradually learn the process of writing by listening to others, how they
Right.
are writing. So this is, I guess, a beautiful way to learn, and
Mhm.
I am really content with it.
Great, great. And I would like to join your group as well because I'm not into writing. Then this
Mm-hmm.
idea is really very remarkable, I would say. And I would definitely love to join you in this writing process so that I could also gain some
Sure.
confidence or gain some interest for writing.
Mm-hmm. Sure, sure, definitely.
Mm.
You can join, and we would love to. take you in that, because I guess you are already very good at it and you have the experience of the corporate world too. Because I don't have, I never went to corporate. Sometimes I feel fortunate enough that I never went, because I have a lot of friends who share all
Uh-huh.
the problems, pressure, and they don't have
Mhm.
the freedom, all these things. So
Mhm.
sometimes I feel really proud whatever I do. And one more
Mhm.
thing is in my mind, that earlier in during school days, I was not a good reader. I want to become a good reader. I wanted to become a good reader. So I
Mhm.
started reading some stuff. Okay, and that
Mhm.
helped me a lot. Later I wanted to become the a good speaker. I was not able to speak
Mhm.
good English. So I started practicing speaking. So I became a good speaker, then a good reader.
Mhm.
Then I
Mhm.
thought, and before that I wanted to be a good listener too. So I started listening to people.
Mhm.
So all three things are now I have incorporated in myself already. So I'm capable enough
Mhm.
to be a good listener, good speaker, and good reader. But now I feel sometimes to write down something to share with others. So I want to be a good writer too. And for that, I thought to just write and get that skill
Mhm.
too. So the amalgamation of four will help me to grow in this career, make a, of, I think, bright future in that. That is why I want to be a
Mhm.
now good writer too. I cannot say that I'm very advanced speaker already, but I'm
Mhm.
aspiring to become. So I think writing will
Mhm.
help me in that.
Truly, it will definitely help. And since you're already teaching, so that is also, I would say, an opportunity for you to become an advanced speaker. Because when you teach
Mm-hmm.
someone, you gain that more confidence and you can add on more and more vocabulary, advanced
Mm-hmm.
vocabulary to your speaking. But do you think, like, when we teach beginner level
Mm-hmm.
students, then using advanced vocabulary would help, or like, what are your teaching methods for usually beginner level of students?
Beginners level students, I guess we have to first understand their, what are the areas they need to focus upon. Okay,
Mhm.
I have some students who are not even able to understand English. So
Mhm.
I cannot use even advanced words. I cannot even speak simple English. Sometimes I have to describe some things in Hindi to make them understand if they know Hindi.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I first understand is what are their requirements, and according to
Mhm.
that I just, some people already share with me that they want to focus on these kind of particular sentence. They're like focusing on a
Mhm.
particular interview, or maybe somebody is
Mhm.
going to join them, or some kind of event or some kind of meeting they are going to attend. Okay, so
Mhm.
according to that, they just tell me that these are the areas I want to focus upon, or these are the things I want to have. Or maybe if they are just housewives, so they are like, I have to go to school, attend the meetings, I have to talk to the, teachers,
Mhm.
and I need to speak. So according to the requirement, I just prepare some
Mhm.
notes and some, I can say, the topics so they can improve.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I
Mhm.
think
Right.
that's right. We cannot use very advanced words in front of beginners.
Mhm.
Mm.
Exactly. But how can we, practice those advanced word? Because most of the time we get to speak with beginner level or intermediate, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
but very less, or very rarely we get to speak with advanced levels of speakers. Then where can we use, or where can we practice all those advanced vocabularies we have learned till now,
See,
as per you?
I think we should know the meanings of all the words in order to understand
Mhm.
them. It's not always mandatory to use all the words. Even if you are listening
Mhm.
to, like speeches of great people and
Mhm.
actresses, actors. So if we know the words, it becomes easier for us to understand. It is not always mandatory
Mhm.
to use. Second thing, like I
Mhm.
was also struggling with that, the same thing, and I cannot use really advanced words. So that is why I have incorporated the writing. Now, when I write the same word like thrice or four times while writing,
Mhm.
then it becomes really easy for me to use it. And when you talk to somebody in first, I guess, a few minutes, like in 3 to 4 minutes, you get to know the level of the learner, right? So then
Mhm.
your mind immediately uh switch to that kind of level. Like if you get, okay,
Mhm.
she is a beginner, or he's a beginner, so your mind already starts speaking in that level. or when you see,
Mm,
okay, he's or she is superior or very great in English, your mind tries to find those words. Have you ever
mhm.
experienced it? Like it
Yes, yes.
really tries hard to find the advanced words and advanced
Right,
structure
right.
to match
Mm,
them. Yeah. So I think we, if
mhm,
we know, only then we can just, you know, little emphasize a little more and then can remember and then can use. If we don't know,
mhm,
if we keep even simple vocabulary, then we will not be able
mhm,
to talk to the advanced speakers. So whenever we get, we
mhm.
can just grab the opportunity.
Hmm. But you truly said that it happens with me too. That whenever I talk to someone advanced level speaker, then I try to remember,
Mm,
try to memorize all those vocabularies. What can I use? Although I know the basic word for the word that I want to use,
mm-hmm.
but I look for advanced vocabulary, and in the process, I used to fumble, and that makes the
Happens.
conversation very
Yeah,
boring or.
happens. Mm-hmm. So
Mm,
every now and then you can just, you know, revise the words if you have any separate dictionary for yourself. Then you can just like once a week you can revise. So it will be
mm.
easier for you to you know, remember those words immediately while talking to advanced
Right,
speakers.
right. I'm maintaining a separate dictionary for me. Like
Mm-hmm.
whenever I come across any good word or any new word, so I
Mm-hmm.
maintain a dictionary for that, and I
Mm-hmm.
write meaning and the word and the context and keep
Mm-hmm.
on revisiting. So that
Okay.
is really helping me.
I want to know one more thing from you. Like, from where did you get this kind of demeanor? I must say, the poised demeanor which you are keeping right now while talking to me. So, this is like one thing people don't feel more comfortable, confident while talking to people. So, how to incorporate, how to build that?
First of all, thank you so much for the compliment. And I would say, if I talk about myself, then I inherited this from my parents.
Wow.
And I was like this only from my early childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And people used to compliment me a lot for this thing that you are very calm and poised.
Wow.
And even in my name itself, my name is Sunita, and that means calm and poised.
Okay.
So it's like that. But if somebody want to develop they can follow shadowing practice. They can imitate others. Like if they see someone with that calm demeanor, they can imitate them
Mm-hmm.
and practice, and eventually they'll get that kind of
Mm-hmm.
pace or the calmness in them. So this
Great.
is the only method I would say, and you just have to keep your mind calm
Mm-hmm.
while speaking, and you need not to think about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody is a little anxious while speaking because they are not very good at the language, and they keep
Mm-hmm.
on thinking that I'm not good, and how will I communicate, and how will I deliver whatever thoughts I have in mind. So they
Mm-hmm.
think a lot about everything, like everything going around. So you just have to keep that calm and speak, and you need
Mm-hmm.
not to practice, or you need not to plan anything before the conversation. When you're you know
Mm-hmm.
going forward for a normal conversation, then you need not to plan anything. If you'll plan, then you'll again fumble in between. So
Mm-hmm.
don't plan anything, just jump in the conversation and keep that calm, and try to be a little slow while speaking. Like you have to
Mm-hmm.
keep that little slow pace while speaking,
Mm-hmm.
and this can definitely help all the speakers, I would say.
So it
And
means
shadowing practice will
self-talk.
definitely.
Yeah.
Self-talk, yes.
Hmm.
Self-talk, positive affirmations.
Yes. 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 Because I was not this kind of person earlier. Like I had short temper
Uh-huh.
issues a lot.
Mhm.
And I had experienced, the bad, I can say, consequences in my past life because of the short temper issues. And then I thoroughly, pondered on this thing, like what's wrong with me and why I'm not able to keep those things and all. But fortunately, I must say, during lockdown, I got to know about the spirituality and all the things,
Mhm.
which really helped me a lot. Like I incorporated the practices, some practices, which is like breathing exercises and yoga and mindfulness, self talk.
Mhm.
Earlier, I had a lot of self doubts. Now I
Mhm.
have really confidence about myself, whatever I do, and the contentment also, I must say. I have. So, whatever you do, you should enjoy that. Yeah.
Right,
So,
right,
and one more
absolutely.
thing, which is like you should always, keep your hobbies with yourself. Like, do not just
Mm-hmm.
indulge all the time in the work that you are doing
Mm-hmm.
for others, just for money or maybe like that. So, if you have any kind of hobby that you enjoyed in your childhood, you should keep that. Like when you have
Mm,
grown up, that too, because that
right.
can relax your mind for a certain period of time, and that can give you the confidence too.
Truly, truly. Spirituality, like there is no doubt that spirituality can make you a better person, and
Hmm.
everybody should follow. They can follow meditation as well. It comes under spirituality only, and this will definitely help them. If their mind is anxious or they
Hmm.
are fearful, then this will definitely help.
Hmm. A little bit, I would like to know about your English learning journey too. Like, when did you
Mhm.
start? And before your job, how was your English? And after job also, maybe there is a gap when you had your two kids, or
Mhm.
maybe you were occupied. So, how do you feel after the gap, or that does like did the gap really affect you?
Hmm. I would start with my office days because then only I started my spoken English journey. But that
Mm-hmm.
time I was like kind of manageable and I was satisfied that whatever I'm doing, I didn't find that need of improvement that time. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
realize that I need to improve, but I was quite manageable while speaking and quite fine with whatever position I was in.
Mm-hmm.
But thereafter, from past 5 years, I would say, past 5 years were like I was not speaking most of the time, but I was speaking with my kids and my husband, like
Okay.
somewhere in the whole day. So, but then I realized that I have to do something. And when
Mm-hmm.
I decide that I want to become a trainer, so
Mm-hmm.
that time I realized that if I want to become trainer, then I have to gain the vast knowledge of the subject and the communication skill, everything. So
Mm-hmm.
from then, I have been immersing myself with the English language, the content. And before
Mm-hmm.
this, I didn't used to watch the English movies and all,
Mm-hmm.
nothing like whatever comes, like randomly whatever comes.
Random
If
song.
something is
Mm-hmm.
coming in English, then I used to watch, but not intentionally. I was not doing it
Mm-hmm.
intentionally. But from I would say last 1 or 2 months, I am diligently working upon this thing
Mm-hmm.
whenever I
Okay.
get some time.
Okay, so
Mm.
that's what is like watching content mostly in English that you
Hmm.
prefer. Apart from that, do you read every day?
I actually I have ordered 2 to 3 books for myself, and that too, I guess 1 month back I'd ordered from Amazon, but like we don't have delivery option
Mm-hmm.
here in my village, so I got it
Mm-hmm.
delivered at my brother's house, and from there for some or the other reason I haven't received the books yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure
Okay.
I'm going to receive that very soon, and I'm very eager to start my reading journey because I am sure that this is definitely going to help even more. Reading is the best
Mm-hmm.
thing, I think, as per my
Okay.
opinion.
Yeah,
So I'm
absolutely.
surely going to start it very soon.
I say it is the utmost practice in order to
Mhm.
get knowledge, become a different person, and broaden the critical thinking, learning words, learning language, sentence structure, grammar. Like I have shared already this, and this is a holistic approach. So I think the reading is utmost. If somebody is not doing reading while learning the
Mhm.
language, they are missing out so much, because
Right, right.
while listening you can miss those small grammatical mistakes, which is articles, prepositions, but while reading
Mhm.
novel, not you will not miss that, and from there you will
Right,
pick how to use it in an
right.
appropriate manner. Okay,
True.
so may I know the names of those books?
One I've ordered The Alchemist,
Okay, I have
and
heard
the other
about it. Hmm.
mm, Power of Subconscious Mind. That was a self-help book.
Hmm.
Self-help book, and the another one I don't remember,
Okay,
but I'll share you the message. I'll check and
sure.
share you.
The Power of
Mm.
Subconscious Mind is really a great book, because that is the one I have read already, and I read it
Mhm.
twice. I liked it very much. It has helped me to change my mindset a lot. So I must say that everyone should read The Power of Subconscious Mind, because unknowingly somewhere we are
Mhm.
already using the power of subconscious mind, but not in the right
Mhm.
way. So
Hmm.
this book
Right.
tells you how to use it or how to train your subconscious mind to get, the results you desire for. So that is why it's
Hmm.
great. A little challenging, I guess, I must say. The words they have used, the structure, a little challenging, but for you it's great. You will understand it. In first go, I was not able to understand it properly, but now when
Mhm.
I became a little more, intermediate, then I read it
Mhm.
again, because I knew that when I read it for the very first time, I was not able to understand all the sentences, all the words in
Mhm.
it. So
Right.
then I read it
Mhm.
again. Yeah.
Mhm. And what kind
Any
of books?
Mhm.
What kind of books do you read?
Mostly self-help books I read. But
Mhm.
nowadays I enjoy reading even the storybooks written by Sudha Murthy ma'am. Like her way of
Mhm.
writing, her way of using, little advanced words very beautifully, and the
Mhm.
sentence
Mhm.
structure. I really love that. So I read
Mhm.
those storybooks too. And apart from that, only self-help books. Not much related to money. I purchased two
Mhm.
books related to money, which is like Rich Dad and Poor Dad, and then Psychology of Money. But I don't know why. Unfortunately, I was not able to read more than 3 to 4 pages. I don't know why. I
Mhm.
was not able to make the connection with
Mhm.
those books. Look, so I think the connection also matters a lot. So I am able
Right,
to
right.
make the connection with self-help books, which
Mhm.
motivates or which helps me to learn about myself, life, and all these. So yeah.
Mhm. True. If you don't have that mindset of money making or the financial mindset, then you'll not
Mhm.
be able to connect with the book.
See, I think
True.
everybody wants to make money, but I don't know why I was not able to. Still not, but maybe in future
Mhm.
I'll try them again. So they are already there, but I haven't
Mhm.
read them. Like Rich Dad Poor Dad is like very famous. Everyone talks about it. When I watch a lot of podcasts,
Mhm.
right? So every
Mhm.
successful person talks about that book. And Psychology
Mhm.
of Money is also again famous. But still, and because of those recommendations, I purchased.
Mhm.
Let me just
Mhm.
see, let me just read what is in it. So, like, everybody is talking about Rich Dad Poor Dad or the Psychology
Mhm.
of Money. But I guess the Law of Attraction, which is the secret book, that I liked. This is not just
Mhm.
about money. It is all thing
Mhm.
like the success, the peace, the true love, self love, and
Mhm.
anything you want to attract in your life. It is like just changing your mindset, how you can attract the law of attraction. That book I liked very much.
Mhm. Great. As you have already stepped in spirituality, that is why you're not after money.
Yes, we can
Correct.
say that. Mhm.
Mm.
Okay. Do you
That's
have
great.
any further question?
I think we are all done, and it was really nice talking to you.
Yes,
I'm more than
absolutely.
delighted, and you've
Yeah, yeah.
already answered all my questions. Mm.
Okay, then thank you so much for connecting to me. It was really lovely talking to you. I must say that my morning has just started with this session, and it was great that I got the opportunity to talk to you. Thank you so much. Have a
Same
great day
here.
ahead.
Same.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Same to you.
Bye
Bye.
bye.